Rosann, we've known each other for 3 decades.
Yes, a long time.
And you have been a professional counselor.
As you have been a professional counselor, how many people have we known in Hong Kong?
Yes, quite a lot.
So many different people.
And so many changes.
And that's why we want to think about women now and women then, and how women have changed over these years.
That must be very interesting.
Yes.
And it covered different generations.
Always.
Well, if they're interested in what we are talking about, how are they going to find us?
You're going to find us Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, PsychoAlchemy. We are women now and then.
See you there.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our series. This is actually number 11. And if you've been with us for the first 10, you will know that we started out on identity.
Yes.
It's women now and then. Identity, our bodies, our relationships. We've talked a good deal about mothers
Yes.
and fathers and friends and the details of all of these. And then we switched into things.
Yes.
And how did we went to things and places?
Well, women have a lot of things. And all my girlfriends always complain, how come I have so much stuff at home? So last time we talked about we need to tidy it up.
That's right.
Yeah, so
That's
if
right.
the external is kind of messy, it will definitely affect you internally.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And
listen to the counselors speaking.
Well, last weekend I actually took a quick trip to China, to Shenzhen, which is like only 18 minutes away from Hong Kong. Now it's so close. Quick. And after doing all my work, I actually spent about 2 hours in a museum there.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there without knowing. I just need to take a break. No more
Right.
work. So I
Right.
went into that museum. They had an exhibition. It's actually all through China. Every year they have this. I don't know how to translate it. It's called a little bit older, younger group. Do you know that's how they describe it? The older, younger group. So they have this nationwide painting competition.
Painting.
Oil painting.
Ah.
And the painting was great.
Wow.
It's humongous size. It's not small portrait. It's more or less like museum sign of canvas, oil canvas painting. And there was about 100 entries, and some of them are really good. So they put it in a actually there are over thousands of entries. They finally exhibit about 100. So they are the really the best of the best, right? So I walked through it with my friend who has very little knowledge about art.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I really like it. I was impressed.
Yeah.
If the old, young, it should be around 30 something. These people's their skills and the way they look into the world is quite sophisticated. I would say I just went to Art Central, Art Basel, all these art things in Hong Kong few weeks ago, right? And I was very disappointed because these paintings were supposed to be so expensive, supposed to be from all over the world, but some of them I really think that is really I don't like it.
Didn't speak to you.
Didn't speak to me. It's like just a big piece of paint.
Yeah.
You put in a lot of oil canvas on your canvas. But that day when I went to that exhibition, there was over 100 paintings. I would say the majority of them have a heart.
Touched you.
Yeah, have a heart. Yeah, and they actually they have a theme. The theme was about how you make a living. You know, the everyday life of the people. And I was very impressed. But my friend said something that sort of resonant with our last episode. And she was just carelessly saying, I don't know, I feel the most of the paintings were quite depressing. I said, why? You know, there are people playing the Chinese instrument. There are people, doing the road construction. But then after she said that, I look from a different perspective.
Yes, and doesn't that happen? Go ahead, tell what happened.
Then I realized the reason why my friend felt a little bit depressing over these paintings was because even though they have such a big canvas and they are drawing someone working or someone just sitting there doing some very handicraft.
Oh.
But I think the overall is not soothing, not peaceful, because the environment was so packed with stuff. I showed one to my friend, and I said, do you mean that even this girl was so peaceful doing her art craft?
Yes.
But the background was so crowded with stuff.
Oh.
Unlike a lot of paintings from the Western world or even from the Japanese art, usually you see a very clean table.
Yes, that's right.
But in China, maybe most of the studio was so packed with stuff, they don't throw away stuff. They have, I'm not saying those are garbage, but they want to keep their stuff because material was so precious.
Yes.
So even you see this woman doing handicraft, you see a lot of old stuff, you see a lot of useless stuff, you see a lot of material all over the place. So even when you look at this woman looking so peaceful and so concentrate in doing her work, there is no harmony, no peace from the whole scene. So I was thinking, because we talk about cleaning up our mess. So the key is, if in our living environment, in our working environment, in place where we're supposed to relax, if we have too many things, so even though you try to acquire it, get into that state of peace, but the thing is, your environment actually are creating some vibration or maybe some energy that you don't really have this peacefulness within you. So I was thinking about it. As you know, I'm going to move in 2 months' time, right? So I need to get rid of maybe 1/3 of my stuff. As I was struggling, I said, oh, these are all good stuff, right? But then I remember, if I really want to have a more harmony, peaceful state of mind for the rest of my life, maybe the first thing I need to do is to get rid of some of the stuff that I really treasure, but actually is actually blocking a lot of my how do I say, my harmony, you know? So that's something I have noticed.
I'm hearing you. I'm asking you to try another way to look at the picture. A woman is involved in her craft. Her focus is the craft. Actually, because she can focus part of her brain, let's say the front of her brain, on this craft, she doesn't see a mess.
Yes, exactly. I understand. So because the mindfulness helped her to focus, and she actually attained this peace and harmony while she's doing her focusing.
But let's look at her cultural background and the setting. If you walk in there and say, oh, let me clean up this mess, you're offending her. That is her workspace. That's how she works. Those materials that you say might be garbage, she knows, oh, tomorrow's project or the next day I'm going to use some of those materials. And actually, while she's crafting this, she's looking at the colors involved in that. Now, your modern view or your alternative view says clear up so that you can focus on one thing. She might be very upset if you did that.
Oh, yeah. You cannot clean up other people's mess.
You cannot. Okay, one thing we agree on. People they come to a counselor, Dorothy, they do. You know, and they say, I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I have this. And one thing you say right off is, okay, something's got to go. We don't say all 5 things have to go. But we say to the client, you listed all of those things that are troubling you. And we really can't take care of all of them at once. So choose one that can leave your life. Which in today's topic is, you know, how do we resolve those feelings of not agreeing with other people maybe not agreeing with ourselves, that inner turmoil.
Yes, yes.
You describe a woman who, for that time and space, perhaps she earns money, perhaps she got told by her family she has to do this. Perhaps she's told you only have to do it for 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
We don't know the story.
Yes.
We only got a slice in time. But I do think about the things which churn inside of us. A little aggravation, a little upset, but they keep going on and on and on. Have you ever had the experience where girlfriends for a long time, now women have girlfriends since forever, but then a girlfriend seems to change her way of life. She is doing something that you think is not quite honest. Either with her job or the way she's treating a third person. So here the two of you have been friends.
Yes.
You see her doing something not very good, or treating an older person with no respect, or disciplining her child with too much anger.
Yes.
Now, here we are, the girlfriends. When do you say something to someone? How much do you understand of the setting and why that person is behaving the way she is? Do you say something? Do you not say something?
Well, actually, this is a good question. When you said that, I immediately have the picture of my mom pop up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, my mom, as you know her pretty well, she's a very friendly lady.
Yes.
Right? She has quite a lot of friends, and her friends maybe almost 70 years of friendship.
Yes.
So when you said that, why I thought of my mom is that she, last night when I have dinner with her, she sort of mentioned to me one of her classmates, obviously it's like 70 years of friendship, right?
Wow.
Had been quite, I would say, not her usual self.
Yes.
Right? And she was struggling whether to tell her friend, you should not be doing this. And actually, I've been hearing this story for almost a year.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, your mom, auntie is so close to you. I call all her classmates aunties, right?
Yes.
I said, auntie has been very close to you, and you know each other for over 70 years, and she really know you're coming from, right? Even though you might say something, she might be a little bit upset at the beginning, but you have 70 years of friendship.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, no. Well, I don't want to ruin our relationship. But Mom, it's bothering you, right? So if it's bothering you, I think your facial expression will be shown while you two are around, right? Oh, no, I will keep quiet. But the thing is, it's not your usual self, right? Your usual self, you talk. Your being quiet is not right. No, it's too much a risk. Too much a risk.
In relationships,
we are old. I don't know. I don't think anybody want to hear other people to say something wrong with me. I said, Mom, you are such a good communicator. I don't think you will say something very mean to her. You have your way of saying, oh, I don't know. So when you said this just now, quite a big difference.
Yes.
Women then will really think about the consequence, how it will ruin the relationship, and also consider the age difference. I cannot represent all women of my age, but maybe I'm educated in the States, or maybe I'm a more Americanized than Chinese, right? Well, actually, when I see something is wrong with my friend, well, I learned the Western way is that, Rosann, is okay for me to say something. I will start with that kind, and then I will even say something like, maybe it will not make you feel very happy, right? So forgive me for being direct. So I'm gonna say it. So that's what I would say, and I think I've been doing this for quite some time.
Yes.
Right. But in the last weekend, when I was out in Shenzhen with my friend, who is not my style, and we were talking about these kind of things, and she's slightly younger than me, and she's also educated, right, very educated, but she's from UK, but not from US. She went to UK for her graduate schools, right? So she said, well, I don't think that's polite. Yeah, and I think, well, well, maybe we don't need to be so honest.
Yes.
It's really not necessary.
Yes.
And actually, I think she's telling me, who are you to tell me there's something wrong with me, right? But I don't know, maybe it's my American style.
No. You're right into this this knotted area of, is it Western or American and Asian or Chinese?
Or now or then.
Or now or then. It came to me when my mother-in-law came to live with us. A very woman, more than 20 years older than me, Asian woman. She did not complain to me, but to her son.
Ooh.
So I watched this happen, and I said to her Chinese son, my husband was Chinese, why doesn't your mother tell me?
Yeah.
And he said, what are you, crazy? She would never tell you.
Directly, yeah.
You have to learn the Asian third person. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, sometimes it's better not to be so direct. You Americans can be so direct sometimes that an Asian person doesn't know whether to take you seriously or not. Because you're speaking loudly and you're speaking objectively and you're speaking like the person is a thing. You must remember, soften your thoughts. Talk to another person, an aunt, a cousin, someone my mother might respect, my mother might listen to, but don't talk to her directly. How can we live together? How can we have all of this cross-cultural, cross-generational?
Yeah.
No, it still exists, Dorothy. It exists in Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is a modern international city.
Yes.
But all of us have to remember our setting. Remember the craft lady, and she's got all this stuff around her.
Yeah.
We have our relationships, and then we have all this stuff around. So when a difference comes up, you're trying to listen. Is it about me? Or is this person telling me because they want to tell someone else? Or is this person telling me because this person's telling me because they're trying to figure it out themselves? If you're smart enough and you've lived in international settings, it's not clear always. Is this about me? Or is this about someone else? Or is this friend trying to clarify something in her own mind? Now, girlfriend relationships get complicated.
Yeah.
But you've hit the real nub, direct or not direct. And that's what we got to keep talking about.
Yes.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Okay.
Yeah, very good point.
Okay.
I feel for the craftswoman.
Well, when we come back, we'll go more deep into this. When finally decided to talk, to share what's inside, how deep we can go, what kind of expectation. So, and when you mentioned when we listen, whether we listen to the surface level or we listen to the depth, what exactly is she trying to tell me? That's a lot of things to talk about.
A lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, see you later.